What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is trying to strip out as much weight as I can from the Z. What's great about weight reduction is it's free. So that's number one. Number two, every ounce counts is what that's my motto. I like to make the car as light as possible because it's technically free horsepower. So today what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to actually be taking out the dashboard. Not saying that I'm going to take it off completely because obviously I like the way that the dash looks, but what I'm going to be doing is taking off the dash for now, deleting the heater core because I still have that behind my dash, taking out any other little plastics or any air ducting that's behind it. And then I'm hoping maybe to save about 30 pounds with doing this, 35 pounds. Yes, to some people that might be like, why would you take your whole dash off for 35 pounds? But if you're asking me that, then you know what? Sorry, I don't know. We're not the same. But realistically speaking, it's just something I've been wanting to do on the car. It's free. I have the time. So might as well just send it. So I'm going to set you guys up on a little time lapse while I start taking this all apart. Alright guys, so as you saw in the time lapse, it actually wasn't that bad. I was a little bit more intimidated on how this was actually going to play out, but I got the whole dash off. God, it looks like a nightmare. This is just, my anxiety is through the roof. However, I'm just going to keep working. I got a couple little ducting things to do. I may have to drop the steering column so that I can move this bar to the side and then get this big ass heater core out of there. So yeah, I'm just gonna move along now and just keep moving forward, and I'll update you guys as I go on. All right guys, well things have escalated here. This was a pain in the ass, man. This thing was terrible to freaking get out, but it's out. Everything's loose. I just kind of propped it there. So yeah, this is crazy. It sucked, but whatever, it's out. So now I'm gonna just move the dash bar out of the car and then work on getting the heater core completely pulled out. I'll set you guys up on a little time lapse. I'm sorry I didn't really time lapse this because the camera died and I was just trying to figure it out and figure out where every bolt went and how to get this thing out in one piece, because it was very, very frustrating. I cannot lie to you. But let's go ahead and get this thing out of the car and then remove the heater core. Alright guys, so I got everything off. I got the heater core off. I got these miscellaneous little brackets. Just putting everything that I'm taking off from the car entirely in a pile. I'm gonna weigh it all at the end just to see how much weight I actually saved. But as you can see in here, it's still kind of a mess, but I got the dash bar back in. I got everything pretty much zip tied where I want it. I actually bought some heat tape from AutoZone, so I'm gonna go ahead and patch the holes in the firewall to hopefully be able to keep as much heat out as possible. But for now, yeah, I just got to do that, and then I believe the dash is ready to go back on. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna set up a time lapse. I think my buddy Colin is actually coming through to help me, just to kind of finagle it back on. And yeah, so this was definitely a mission. It's not something that's super easy. Obviously you need to take your time and make sure you get every bolt out and, you know, every clip or whatever. So you definitely need to take your time. It's kind of a mission, but oh well, this is a race car for me. I needed to do it eventually, and I'm glad I did it. So now I learned how to do it. All right guys, well, I'm extremely pissed because I set up the time lapse and I never hit start. So moving along, as you can see, we got most of the interior and the dashboard back on. So just buttoning up little things here and there. Gonna get this all done, and then once I get this done, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh everything just to see exactly you know, what I shed in weight. Hopefully it was worth it, because damn, this sucked. But yeah, so my boy Colin's out here in his WRX, came to give me a hand, just, you know, pass me the beers and hang out. But yeah, all right guys, so now I am going to be weighing everything. Here we have the heater core. Here we have a bucket filled with all the little miscellaneous things that I took out of the car. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this weighed. Step on the scale. So the heater core comes out to a whopping 13.6 pounds. Okay, that's not too terrible. Definitely the heaviest thing I pulled out. Whoa, pause, that sounded kind of weird. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this bucket. All right, the bucket is at 7 pounds flat. I weighed the bucket earlier and it was 0.2 pounds, so 6.8 pounds. Once you add that all up, you get a whopping 20.4 pounds, which isn't too terrible. I mean, I wanted a little bit more. I think in the beginning of this video, I was hoping for like 30, 35. And then I saw everything that I was pulling out and I was just like, I don't think that's gonna happen. We are gonna be doing some things to make the car lighter as well, but you are gonna have to stay tuned for the next upcoming videos to see that, because it's gonna be probably a whole video based on one of the other things that I'm doing to make the car light. But yeah, so for now guys, this is everything that I've pulled out of it. Let's just make sure she starts still, because I haven't even tried. And you know, obviously all the powers and stuff are working, but I haven't even tried to start the car. So let's see if I can get it started. All right, well, that's a good sign. Yeah, and I'm on the floor. I have no seat in here right now. There it is. Mint. All right, well, that still works. Ugh. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions or comments that you guys have, be sure to hit us up. Like, comment, subscribe. Go buy some merch down in the description. As always, peace out.